Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to episode number 27, I think, of our Let's Play series. No, 28 of our Let's Play series, playing The Great War Western Front, a new game out by Petroglyph Games, which has both strategic and tactical elements in the First World War. We're 27 episodes in, so I'm not going to go through like the whole spiel of everything here, because if you're watching the series, you probably already know that, and if you're not, check out the earlier videos to catch up. With that being said, we are in the process of isolating Calais in the north. So the Allies are losing the war. The Central Powers are doing very well. The national will scores for us are great. And we are trying to cut the British forces in France off from additional reinforcements. And so we are driving on Calais with a northern offensive to take those channel ports from the British. These are very strategic and important points. But what we've decided is we've taken Dunkirk, so we have a 2-hex front on Calais. Calais is a 4-hex defensive territory, so to take it more quickly, I'd like to be able to attack 3 times per turn, which means we are making a move toward Bray, La Boussière, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but basically a hex to the west of Hazebrouck. That will allow us to have a wider front and turn Calais into a salient. So we'll see if we're able to do that. In our last video, we did manage to take the first star down on that hex. So in today's video, we will try and finish that hex off and take it for us and continue our progress as we move into the late war period of this game. We're well past sort of the early war tech. We've already got tanks, gas, all these other things, and combined warfare has played pretty well for us so far, but we'll see how it plays out in this video. Until well, I guess, yeah, let's just jump back into this. This is taken from a live stream from my Twitch channel, so without further ado, we'll jump back into that. Bait and D. Lindemann for the follows. Happy James. What's this liquid courage thing? Build a campaign canteen level 1, research camaraderie. Get 200 supply. Do we want to waste a research point on that? What does this even do? 10 morale points to the region, reduce the cost of care pack. What is what do care packages even do? We don't even have those researched. Removes effective battle fatigue from the turret, can only be purchased. Okay. I don't really feel like that's terribly... battle fatigue has never really been an issue for me. Flame warfare. All existing and future British, French, German infantry corps are upgraded to contain flamethrowers. That sounds fun. Alternatively, save up and get mustard gas. I feel like airburst might be a good thing to get though. Where is airburst? Here? I don't know, it just seems to obliterate our troops when we face it. $200 supply is really not that much. We'll hold off on that for now. Yeah, we'll do airburst here. I feel like that could be useful. And... especially since the AI does not seem to be great about upgrading their trenches. All right, so we've got 1,400 supply, global supply, 3,700 gold. We've got 2 tank battalions, 2 siege. What do we have here? 2 tank battalions, 1 siege. I don't know that I want to buy anything else right now. We've got the gold, but what's the other event here? Birth of the Soviet Union. The war with Germany took a great toll on Russia, both in lives and its economy. Each military failure increased anti-war sentiment and calls for a revolution were rampant. Eventually, Tsar Nicholas II used violence to quell the growing riots in Petrograd, and soldiers began to mutiny. Tsar Nicholas was forced to abdicate his throne, leaving behind a provisional government. Lenin fanned the flames with his April theses, pointing out the incompetence of the new government. Further military failures and food shortages proved Lenin's arguments. After storming the Winter Palace, Vladimir Lenin and the Bolsheviks assumed control over the nation. Plus 15 national will. Or I guess minus 15 for them and plus 15 for me. When do I get my troops from the Russian front? Okay. Does Dunkirk need a hospital? Yeah, probably if we're going to be attacking out of Calais with it. So I guess we'll use our gold on upgrading Dunkirk's supply depot and hospital. And then that's a good point. Thanks for that. Probably want to upgrade them to level 2 as well, but we'll hold off on that for a moment. Let's use our troops at Hazebrook. Honestly, Arras doesn't need this many troops, and if we're going to be going against 25 corps, we need all the men we can get. We'll move 1 elite corps out of Arras to Hazebrook. They won't fight in this next battle, but... Alright, let's finish off Bray. The forces on the Russian front will be coming. I don't know, J Street, but I'm assuming they should be. Some of them, anyway. Yeah, French morale, it's possible the enemy morale could fall far enough that we don't end up getting to take Calais. Alright, so we're going to be fighting on the same map we were fighting on last time. Upgrading the trenches. I don't know why. That's probably a waste, right? Like, the enemy's probably not going to attack me. But it's fun to see what they look like. This is the maximum upgrade for these things. So these guys should be... They got like little lanterns here. Nice little pretty firing steps. Very well manicured lawns. Alright. We will bombard them again. 4 more days should do it. Look at the enemy trenches. They just look so sad. Our trenches back here. Our boys are brewing coffee, enjoying themselves, having a picnic. The enemy trenches. What happened? They're actually going to have to rebuild a bunch of these because these look like they're destroyed. So they're going to have to spend money repairing their trenches or spend supply. They are French trenches. Okay, so we'll do 4 days of bombardment. We will do a balloon. That was actually very useful in that last fight to have the balloon where we had it. Okay. It's weird. A almost looks like there's no trenches there. Like they're all gone. That's weird. You'd think the AI is going to rebuild some of that, right? All right, 3 light artillery batteries. This is weird. They didn't like rebuild anything. Huh. They had better trenches last turn. Well, and better than me, you mean? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I wish you kept the machine guns. It'd be nice if you kept the machine gun nests that aren't destroyed. Mostly just putting those there to defend our trenches from enemy attacks if they decide to get a little ornery.
Gepanzerte Verstärkung bereit. Verstärkung der Panzerkompanie macht Meldung. Panzerverstärkung bereit.
All right, we'll put 5 tanks on the line this time. We won't buy the 6th one yet.
Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party.
Our elite infantry mixed with grenadiers.
Gefechtsbereit. Bereit für Befehle.
Regular infantry to just hold the line.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
Okay. can fit 2 more units on the line.
Willkommen wohl zu spät zur Party.
Do I think it's a buy or a pass? It depends. It is not your typical game. I don't know the answer to that, Kushin. I am enjoying myself with this, but there are, I understand why some people are frustrated as well. So I think it really depends. You know, if you're looking for something that's, let's raise the balloon. All right, bunch of basic firing trenches being destroyed. All right, so let's do this. We'll hit these guys with... We have 25 minutes as a reminder. Airbursts are expensive. 70 supply, huh? All right, there's 2 enemy artillery pieces here. So we can spot 2 of the enemy gun emplacements. I'm going to use, for what it's worth, I'm going to use an airburst against the enemy artillery and see how it works. But first things first, let's get rid of these trench mortars and machine guns in front of us. Yeah, we're playing with the updated patch. All right, so we got these 2 trench mortars. Enemies calling in some reinforcements due to the casualties they lost. Okay. We'll get that MG nest. Methodically picking apart the enemy defensive positions with artillery. How many World War I games have there been made in the last 10 years? Not many. There was that one, it was like an Empires at War, not Empire at War, but there was, I forget, there was an RTS that was nominally a World War I game. That wasn't that long ago. It didn't have like a campaign map like this, but I forget what it was called. I think, wasn't it like based off the Men of War engine or something? All right, so there goes, oh shoot, enemy tanks. Hello. Oh no, you're going to avoid it. Damn it. They're too smart. Don't you dare attack my balloon. We tricked him. He doesn't know what to do. Oh, there's 2 enemy tanks. Okay. Is it gonna? Aha. He should have just kept going straight, and instead he turned around and went back. Oh, no. Now he knows to keep going. Okay. Is the enemy bombarding me? What's going on over here? I'm not really sure what that was all about. Let's hit this enemy trench. Or enemy unit. Actually, based on my experience with the enemy, what do you call it? With the enemy flamethrowers last turn, I'm kind of tempted to see if we can't bombard the enemy flamethrower units, just because they feel pretty deadly. But first things first, let's get rid of these enemy tanks. I didn't see where that light went. Alright, he's gonna be a goner, I think. Oh, he made it out of there. Oh, is he gonna turn back in before the bombardment's over? Got him! All right, enemy tank destroyed. That was a Mark IV. Where did their light tank go? Did it run away? Did it get destroyed? I'm kind of confused. Did they bombard our over here? There was some dust that was kicked up around that elite unit. I don't see... Oh, there's the light tank. It's going that other direction. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's try an air burst against enemy artillery and see what happens. And that was an absolute waste. That was pointless. I thought it said air bursts were more effective. That was a waste of 70 supply. Okay. All right, well, I guess we'll begin the attack, huh? Same as last time. Take that frontline trench. And then move up. That might be too wide of a front for the attack. We will see. I suppose I should have bombarded the enemy artillery more thoroughly to knock it out so that it's going to have fewer shells to hit us with. And our tanks specifically. But I guess we'll see. Also, we didn't take out their balloons, so they're going to know we're coming. Which means they'll probably drop artillery along the front of our attack, which they didn't do last time around. Okay. See how the airburst does against the enemy flamethrower troops. Did a pretty good job there. Oh, the enemy tanks are counterattacking our tanks, or our attack. And it's destroyed. Oh my god. Ah, they're gonna flamethrower my attack. Why didn't they do this last time? My men are gonna burn. Oh my goodness. Boys did make it into the trench. So much flame. The whole right flank got obliterated. There is some new glitch here where these troops are not showing up properly on the map here. Like, it says they're in the trench, but they're not? I don't understand that. I told you to get out. Get back in the trench. Alright, deal with those British commandos. Shift right. We took the enemy trench. They didn't use any artillery against my attack, interestingly enough. Not sure what the deal is there. Okay, so we successfully took this front line. We do need some reinforcements. We'll call in the cheaper ones. Yeah, the unit flags are bizarre, and the actual icon, the troops are also not. This has to be a new thing, because that was not a problem last time around. Alright, we'll advance on A here in a minute. Alright, we're going to use a little less supply. Since there appear to only be 2 enemy troops in the back line here, we're going to suppress them with light arty. That should hopefully prevent those flamethrower troops from meleeing me. While we cross no man's land. These guys are, interestingly enough. Alright, so they did get a little bit of flame on, but not much. They moved out of their trenches. They moved to the other trench line so they wouldn't be suppressed. That I have not seen before. Alright, shift left and engage in melee. Go clear that trench. We're going to need to withdraw some of our more battered troops here. Alright, so we are taking objective A. We're going to withdraw some of these commandos to get some supply back. These guys are a little bit shot up in the first place, so that's okay. Enemy infantry is there. These guys are going to the bunker, I think. Be interesting to see if the enemy counterattacks me at all. If they do, by the way, in this battle, if they offer to surrender, I will take it. I have no desire to just wipe them out on this particular fight. I just want to win, take the hex. It was fun last time, but we fought on this map a bunch of times. All right, let's move our tanks over here. Maybe we can start using our tanks to take out the enemy artillery, maybe? Oh, they're launching a counterattack, eh? Counterattack that artillery. Boom! Boom! There's too many units there. Get back. Alright, we obliterated that first French company here. We've also got tanks that are supporting. Second French company's gone too. Advance our armor here. Airburst. Okay, they're gone. I do like how machine guns on tanks fire down trench lines and just make them absolutely inhospitable to the defense. I think that's a cool thing. Actually, the enemy bringing their trenches closer to the other objective has worked against them. Because now it's just a quick hop and a skip into their next trenches. Are they getting out of the trenches? Okay, we destroyed a third enemy battery. Keep up your movement, boys. Oh, that trench is destroyed, so they're gonna... A lot of the... we're dealing with a little bit of negative impact here of these artillery bombardments, these pre-battle bombardments. My tanks are bunching up here. They'd be very vulnerable to an enemy artillery bombardment at this point. Fire down the trenches with machine guns, boys. Alright, withdraw that. And bring in some reinforcements.
Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party. Melde mich zum Dienst.
Okay. There we go.
Bereit machen. Feuerstellung einnehmen.
All right, so we took the northern objective. I feel like much more easily than last time. Let's go take the command trench.
Feuerstufe bereit.
I'm assuming there's nothing much back here, but that's a dangerous assumption, so I'll move 2 tanks to support.
Warte auf Befehle. Setzt sie unter Dampf.
Okay. Yeah, I get the sense the enemy didn't manage to recover from the last battle. It felt like they were much better prepared for that last fight than they are this one.
Neue Befehle. In Stellung gehen.
I wonder if when they take the command trench, they will try to surrender. Meanwhile, our blob of reinforcements is coming across. This attack will fail. But they're going to damage the defenders there considerably.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir müssen in Stellung einnehmen.
So the next one should succeed.
Warten auf Befehle. An die Linie.
Let's put these elite reserves down here.
Feuerstellung einnehmen. Achtung. Ausrücken. Wir haben neue Befehle.
These guys are moving.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. Bereit machen. Vorwärts.
Vorwärts!
Rückt zu dieser Position vor.
All right.
Bereit für Befehle.
Move back here to get your morale support, but I don't even think we need a second command or second elite unit here. I think we're going to finish these guys off. French infantry retreat.
Bereit. Los geht's.
And British infantry retreat. There we go.
Die Generäle wollen
We are
diesen
taking that
Angriff
command
haben.
post.
Wir sind unterwegs.
Bombard the forward trenches. All right, boys. Over the top.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Warte auf Befehle. Ziele. Bereit machen. Feuer. Befehle gehen ein. Unser Ziel steht fest. Positionen vorbereitet. Feuerwalze laden. Alle Waffen
I don't know if I supported that attack enough.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
We did get there though, at least on the left flank. They got there in reasonably good health. Same as in the other unit here, so they actually did okay.
Bereit. Setzt sie unter Dampf. Feuer frei. Warte auf Befehle. Bereit machen. Vorwärts. Feuer aus allen Rohren.
Their command trench is ours.
Wählt eure Ziele.
All
Feuer.
right, we took out that mortar, move that tank forward.
Bereit für Befehle. Rückt zu dieser Position vor.
Machine gunning those infantry as they try and close up.
Unser Ziel steht fest. Bereit. Wir brechen auf. Feuer frei. Los geht's. Feuer aus allen Rohren.
Yep, I will accept the surrender. All right, so victory there. That one wasn't too hard. A sweep. La Bussière is ours. The battle for La Bussière. Hex taken. All right, so the enemy lost a lot fewer troops because they surrendered. So they lost, what, 2,100 basic infantry, 65 or 650 elites, and then around 100 raiders and flamethrower troops, 15 heavy artillery, a light tank, a heavy tank, We lost about 3,000 men, so actually the casualties were much more even this time around. We would have been better off maybe reducing them fully. They don't lose the remaining troops. No, Cynic. Those troops don't die, and so they don't lose as much gold here. 1,100 to the last attack, which was 1,700. But we also spent considerably less. We only spent 480. So I'll take that. It's a cheap victory for us, and it still puts pressure on the enemy as well to, you know, not get wiped out. So the patch definitely changes the look and feel of this a fair bit, but so far we're still having success attacking. Now, I don't know if the enemy's just so much on the back foot. We only spent 18 of our global supply. I don't know if the enemy's just so on the back foot that they can't deal with these attacks. ABV. All right, and Montreal. So I'm hoping, here's my thought process. The enemy has 26 cores at Calais. But now that we've taken Bray, I think, or I hope, the enemy will think, oh crap, the Germans might push to ABV and Montreal and cut us off at Calais so that no British reinforcements can go south. They'll all be stuck in the port here. So my hope is that they say, okay, we've got a bunch of troops here. Let's parcel these guys out to both Montreal and ABV because Bray is going to have so many troops in it. Now we'll need to put a bunch of troops in all three of these hexes so that that will weaken them up north. I did not lose a tank, Charcoal. So that's the hope anyway. The airburst seemed like kind of a waste. The enemy airburst obliterated me, but my airburst on the enemy did not do that much damage. Seems like we kind of wasted our investment there. Right, our S has 4 cores. The enemy has 5 and 4 adjacent. I really want to reinforce Bray a little bit more, but I guess we'll wait. All right, so that's going to do it for November. We'll move forward to December of 1917. Now we'll be able to attack out of Dunkirk toward Calais as well. Victorious! Our series of combat victories have not gone unnoticed by the people. Recruitment is up, and our pride in our accomplishments is all the people talk about. It worked! It worked! They dropped the number of cores at Calais from 25 to 9. They put 10 in Montreal. They put 11 in Abbeville. And now we can begin the assault on Calais without too much concern of not having a chance in hell. Interestingly enough, we also split our force here, so we've got 1 tank battalion at Bray. I don't really have enough infantry there, in my opinion. I've got, what, 7 cores at Hazebrook? 2 aviation. Did all the siege artillery move forward to... No, just 1. Okay. Let's upgrade our field hospital at Bray also, just in the event the enemy attacks us. We've already got a level 1 depot at Bray 2. Do the troops in adjacent hexes affect battles? No, not really. I mean, so you can only attack out of a hex once per month. So like if we attack out of Dunkirk to Calais, we can't attack out of Dunkirk to Calais again. And so having a wider front against Calais gives us the option because we each attack can only remove 1 star. So it makes us more able to reduce a defensive position more quickly if we have a wider front. But the individual attacks, no. Hope you have the supplies to do 3 attacks on Calais this turn. Yeah, probably. Let's take a look at what this remaining event is. I do have siege guns. I've got 3 or 4 batteries. The Halifax Calamity. The French cargo ship SS Mont Blanc, carrying high explosives for the war effort, collided with the Norwegian ship SS Emo in the Halifax harbor in Nova Scotia, Canada. The resulting explosion was heard miles away and was estimated to be the explosive equivalent of 2.9 kilotons of TNT. Approximately 2,000 people were killed by the blast or the resulting collapsed buildings and fire. All structures within half a mile of the blast were destroyed, and a tsunami created by the blast wiped out several towns in the Tufts Cove area, including a native Mi'kmaq settlement that had lived there for generations. Rescue efforts are ongoing but are being hampered by a blizzard. Okay. It is now winter. I need to use the restroom, guys. So I'm going to step away for just a minute while I do that. And then we're going to fight our first attack on Calais. But before we do that, we've got 2... Do we want our Flammenwerfer troops? Or would we be better off with the logistics? 4 new infantry corps feels more valuable. Maybe. Although I can't use them this turn. So let's actually... Because they'll have to move first. So let's do the flame warfare. So we'll do that. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this episode. We have successfully isolated Calais. It's now in a salient. We have a 3-hex front, and we are going to begin the reduction of the channel port in our next episode. But until then, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching episode number 28. I keep screwing that up, of our Let's Play series of the Great War Western Front. Until next time, thanks again for watching. This is the Historical Gamer, and I'm out.